3, 2, 1. Welcome back, everyone, to the Briones Pickleball Podcast. I'm here with my wonderful co-host, Caden.
Woo!
What's going on?
What's up, everybody? Great to be back. It's lovely to talk to you guys, talk a little bit about pickle. It's been a wild month for pickleball already.
Oh, yeah.
And it's only getting crazier. So without further ado.
Yeah, we have a bunch of upsets. We're going to go over that. But obviously, we have exciting news about our academy that's going to open up here in Arizona. We're super excited about that. But before then, this podcast is brought to you by Yola.
Yola Pickleball.
The best company in the game. And this is the paddle that Caden and I both use here.
That's right. Perseus 16 millimeter, baby.
Yep, the Perseus 16 Pro 4. If you would like to check one out, go to the link in the description below. Caden, what do you love about the Yola Pro 4?
Oh, man. I could go on and on about what I love about this paddle. But, yeah, I think, one of the biggest questions I get asked about the Yola Perseus is just like, why do you prefer a specific shape over another? I used to actually use the Scorpius shape, which is, in my opinion, a really good doubles paddle. It definitely lacks a little bit in singles. And so for me, not being that I didn't play tennis, I felt like I was not getting as much as I wanted from the baseline.
Yeah.
So I switched to the Perseus maybe back in December, back when the 4 wasn't even the Pro 4 wasn't a thing. I was still using the 3S, but I switched just to get a little bit more on my serve and on my ground strokes, and I've seen a big difference in that. And then from there, I had to kind of just adjust from having a little bit shorter and wider face to a little bit longer. So my swings are a little bit more compact. I can't swing as much, but it's actually better for me. So it's great.
Yeah.
And then, the biggest question I get is why 16 over a 14 maybe?
Yeah.
For me, I like to have a bit more control. And one thing I find with the 16 is it has really good dwell and just how the ball compresses into the paddle. It just feels way nicer to me, in my opinion. So I have plenty of feel, and then believe it or not, in my opinion, I feel that you still get just as much pop as you do on the 14. You maybe lose a little bit, but you gain way more control than you do. You lose power in switching to a 14. So that's just me.
Yeah, man. So again, obviously, as you know, Kaden and I are both with Yola. We're super excited to be with them. They got some exciting things coming out. I actually spoke to somebody from Yola the other day, so it's really exciting. Can't share the news yet, but but obviously we're a little bit biased. We're with them, but to be quite honest, I was with Selkirk for a long time.
Yeah.
And coming from them to Yola, it was definitely a change. And everyone talks about the Pro 4 to be a power paddle, which it is. It has a lot of pop, but one of the things that I was impressed with off the gate was the control that it had with the power.
Yeah,
honestly, it is a great balance for both.
Yeah,
and it's a good paddle, man.
Yeah, well, no doubt. Like I always feel like paddles in previous past, it's always like one or the other. You want more control or do you want more power? And with this one, you kind of get best of both worlds. Yeah. So if you haven't tried it out, I know it's fun to support your local businesses or even maybe the smaller brand. But I mean, there's a reason why so many people and so many pros use this Yola paddle. It's just because it's that good,
Yeah. And let's get to, we're going to hop into the PPA stuff. But before that, last podcast, we announced the grand opening of our academy in Arizona. Bam, bam, bam. I'm just going to show you a little flyer here. So August 30th of 2025, we're having the grand opening. Caden, gosh, he has a tournament, but he'll be around. He'll be around after that. But yeah, I mean, we're excited to open the elite training grounds for players in Arizona, and for those of you who want to travel in. But we're going to have weekly classes, high-level coaching, an elite junior academy, which we're super excited about. Clinic, league, some tournaments over time. And again, when it's August 30th, 12:30 p.m. to 6 p.m., and then the address is here. It's in Gilbert, Arizona. We're actually doing kind of like a free clinic all day. So if you are in the Arizona area and you want to meet our coaches and
just not me, but yeah, go ahead.
and kind of just get free instruction and hear from us about your game. This is a free event. We're gonna have prizes, raffles. We're gonna be giving away Pro 4s like candy.
No, giving away Pro 4s?
Yeah, raffles. We're gonna have games, fun, there. And it's totally right here, Caden. As you can see, it's totally free entry.
That's crazy.
For more
Nothing's
information
free these days.
You're right. For more information, go to BrionesAcademy.com.
That's Liddy.
There we go.
Boom.
There we go. Caden, this PPA, we'll just go, I don't even know about upset city. This is upset country.
Yeah. It was a wild week in Bristol, that's for sure.
Yeah. Bristol, Tennessee. You know what? I don't know my cities, and I'm not traveling and playing. So I was like, Bristol. I was like, oh, Tennessee.
Yeah, I didn't even know where to fly into until like 2 weeks before the event.
Where do you fly into? Like
you fly into, it's called Tri-Cities Airport. It's so small, so tiny. But you know what, man? Like, no lie. When we flew out there, we flew to Atlanta first before we flew to Tri-Cities. And we got in and out of there in probably 10 minutes. I don't think I've ever gotten out of an airport quicker.
Oh, so it's a small one.
Super small. They have all the bags out in like 5 minutes.
That's beautiful. Beautiful.
And then, yeah, like we even got our rental car. We got it in like 5 minutes. It was crazy how simple it was. And then it was like, honestly, like this cute little town, super green. One thing I love about going to like the country or like, you know, like more the South, as they say, is like it's very green out there, and it's a totally different life than like out here or like San Francisco from what I'm used to. So it's a big switch up, but it was really nice out there. It was like 80s all week, sunny,
nice,
nice little breeze.
How's it? No humidity?
A little humid, nothing crazy.
So it was a nice break from the AZ heat.
Exactly, huh? Exactly. Everyone was like, "Oh man, it's hot." I was like, "Really? God, it feels perfect." You know, but oh man, like Augie, Pessa, and I, we stayed in this Airbnb. It was honestly like from the outside of it, it looked like a shed. It looked like it was.
Oh wow!
Like it looked like mice lived in it.
Oh no!
Yeah, you know.
Is it all right?
But like interior was great.
Oh.
It was super nice. Yeah, it was a cute little place, and we were sharing it with like it was literally one house, but it had like 3 different like separate places for people to rent. So we had some neighbors, but
nice. And then and you kind of got reconnected. I know some of our trailblazers were there. Yeah. So you saw Yufei.
I think I didn't even really get to talk to Jamie, but I saw her in passing and whatnot, and I got to see both of them, and I talked to Yufei a lot. So
yeah,
they're so sweet. Like I miss them.
Yeah,
I miss all the trailblazers. I messaged Kim the other day. And I don't even know about what, but he said, he literally said, why I miss you. Just like that. Why I miss you.
Wow. Okay.
And I was like, because I'm the best, man. Okay. That's why you miss me.
Hey, well, if you don't know what we're talking about, the Trailblazers is a program from Asia.
Yep.
12 elite level players. They came to train with us for several months, and man, it was an experience, huh?
Yes, an experience indeed. There was ups, there was downs, and there was everything in between.
All the way around.
Yep.
But so there's some really great players that came out of that, so we're super excited for them. But let's just check out, actually, right before we get into the PPA, again, you can see on the screen here, if you are interested in our academy training here and you're near Arizona, BrionesAcademy.com. One of the things that I'm so excited about is the junior academy.
Yep.
And again, the future of the sport, and we're going to be talking about that. We saw this week a teenager sweep through the singles draw.
Yeah.
And when we're talking about juniors, these are the players of the future and the ones we are super excited to work with, and it's going to be incredible to see the sport in 5-10 years from now.
Yeah.
Aiden?
Yeah.
I mean, again,
No doubt.
we're talking about, like we talked about it last spot, we're talking about players coming from tennis or baseball or, but these kids are going to be coming from pickleball.
Yeah.
So we're super,
Yeah.
I don't know, super excited about that.
It's getting crazier and crazier. I mean, for those of you guys that don't know, we're talking about John Lucens Goins, 17-year-old kid. I actually don't even know where he's from, but it's hilarious, man. Like, I'm pretty sure this kid travels with his mom because he's not of age to, like, rent anything out. Like, he can't rent a hotel. He can't rent a car.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even, this kid can't even sign his own waiver yet, and yet he's coming out here and just beating up on grown men. So it's really cool to see. I mean, I bet you he's been playing pickleball for 6 months, which makes me feel even worse. But I mean, the kid's special and the kid's really good at pickleball, and we're going to be seeing more and more of it coming soon.
It's actually, he's been playing for about 2 years, and I'm going to get more into that.
Okay. That makes me feel a little better.
But at our academy, one of the things that we really pride ourselves in is our programming and what we teach. So one of the things that we've developed over the years in our 5 days and everything that we do, Caden, is the 4 pillars of the game. I'm going to go through them really quick.
Yeah.
And then I want to talk through each pillar. So number one, first and foremost, it starts with our movement, and specifically our footwork is really the foundation of everything we do. It doesn't really matter if you're striving just to play 4-0 nationally, or just and maybe 4-5 is your goal, or you're trying to be a professional player. Improving your movement and your efficiency and your footwork is literally it could be a game changer for your game.
Yep.
And I just worked with a player the other day, and we were working on just backhand, just dinks, and like his technique has gotten better, but his footwork really, it really needed some work. So we made some changes, and I mean, good footwork leads to consistency, and just any thoughts on that that you want to just add on, Caden?
Yeah, well, I think the biggest thing in pickleball is we love pickleball so much because it's fun, and whether you're playing at the very bottom, in a 2-5, 3-0, whatever it is, or you're trying to strive to be a 4-0 or a 5-0. I think one thing that you can always point out is, like, the better your footwork is, the better result of your shot that you get, and you don't have to have a 5-0 or a 5-5 or 6-0 plus swing to change your feet. You know what I mean? Like, even as a 3-0, if you can have slightly better movement, even with maybe some awkward swings, if you're in a better position, now your swings aren't as awkward, right? And on top of that, it's almost like a chain reaction. Mm-hmm. If your feet are in better position, you can expect better results on your shot because you're balanced, you're in a good position, and that ball's in a better spot for you to be contacting, right?
So good, man.
If you're struggling with I think I could be a 4-0 pickleball player, but I really struggle on the backhand side, first thing to look at is your footwork.
Hey, if you have plateaued, okay, make sure you try to come to Briones Academy. But what I was going to say is, if you have plateaued, there's one place you got to look first, and that is down. Mm-hmm. Got to look at your feet. So.
down here, guys.
Yeah.
Down at the feet.
But so that's our number one pillar. And in the academy, whether it's with the elite juniors or the adult programming, we're going to have the weekly classes.
Yep.
That's essential. So we're going to be diving deep. Again, there's more advanced footwork patterns, and then there's, other patterns, but there's just so much to do with your feet and your movement. On to number 2 in our kind of philosophy when we are teaching is going to be, it's funny enough, we talked about technique and how important footwork is, but the second one is technique. So technique is very, very critical, and this is why we when you watch different players on the pro side, men's, women's, they all have their different styles. Stylistically, they have different kind of strokes, different finishes, but what you will see, the commonalities in their swing, the main things are still the main things. So technique from a perspective of efficiency and actually trying to be consistent is very important as well. And that's why that is a second pillar and that we really, really dive deep into for all the shots. Caden, just quick thoughts on technique.
Yeah. Well, I think you guys can all probably feel this a little bit, but you have heard so many people times like repetition is what makes everything good, and it's true, right? The more you repeat something, the better.
Yeah.
But if it's not right, then you're actually not getting anything out of it, right?
Yeah.
And that's why technique comes into place, because the better your technique is, the cleaner your shots start to get, and if you can repeat that over and over and over again, now you're able to do it without thinking, But what I see so often, and again, this trends from your first thing is footwork, right? People start to have and create bad habits based off of how their body is positioned, right? So, maybe I'm not moving my feet properly and I have a ball outside of my body and I'm still trying to hit topspin. I have to recognize that that's not a shot I should be hitting topspin on, or I need to be moving my feet more to allow myself to hit topspin, right? Key thing is you do not need wrist to hit topspin, but people think, I'm rolling my wrist over to hit topspin. I see so many people go like this. That's topspin.
Yeah.
Right? I think we can all agree that's not topspin, right? But if you're doing this over and over again, and then we look at you and we're saying, okay, hey, we're going to start working on topspin, and you start doing this, we're going, right? And so now we need to break those bad habits, and breaking the bad habits are even harder than, just starting new from the game, So if you can get your technique correct and go from there, you're setting yourself up for success.
Yeah, so that's our second pillar. Obviously, there's so many different ways to hit certain shots, and at our academy, even our online courses and things like that, we go over the many different ways, and we look at different pros and how they hit the ball and what makes it consistent. But there are clear examples, contact point, right? Obviously, except if it's behind you, right? We all want to get a really nice contact point out in front or in a certain pocket, whether we're hitting a, two-handed backhand or whatever. But, we can't have clean technique unless we get our feet moving to the contact point, and then from there we need to do something that we can repeatedly do. On that thought, Caden, you mentioned just repeating something but incorrectly. Yeah. Right. So the player I was working with the other day, shout out to Bob, but Bob, if you're watching this or listening,
Bob,
to this,
like from our 5 days?
No, another Bob from a 2 day. But we were working on his backhand dink, and we corrected the footwork. Wow, it made a big difference. But one of the things that he told me is he's been practicing his dinks. He's been practicing for the past months.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, so, and I looked at him and he was practicing it like that. So with the conversation basically, and something that I really thought about, and he was like, wow, it was eye-opening to him, but you can develop a kind of like a bad habit or a technique or a footwork pattern that is, subpar.
Yeah.
Right? It's not ideal, but you can get it to a percentage that is okay, right? So let's say you're hitting a shot and you're making this backhand dink. When you get pushed out, and you can, if you do everything well, maybe you can hit it 70% of the time.
Yep.
That's at the peak, right? But with really good footwork and really good technique, we could get you to hit that 10 out of 10 times.
Yeah.
And again, we're talking about a big window here when you do things correctly and right. Mm-hmm. So a lot of players are doing the wrong things at the, and their ceiling for their shots and their consistency is actually a lot lower, but we want to, this is why we want to correct those things first.
Yeah. Well, and you see so many people hitting ball machines Oh my gosh, right? Like how many times do you get asked like, oh, like is a ball machine good? Like are ball machines beneficial?
We get that question asked every intensive.
Every intensive.
Yeah.
Oh, should I be hitting balls off the ball machine? Sure, right? Like I said, repetition. That's what makes technique good. But if you're hitting a ball machine and you're hitting it incorrectly, it does no good for you, right? And at the end of the day too, like people see the ball go over the net and they're like, oh, that's a good shot. You're playing against nobody over there. Just because it went over the net doesn't mean you did exactly what you were trying to do. You know what I mean? So you have to, and that's why people always ask me like, oh, like would you rather hit a ball machine or like have someone like to actually hit with? And I'd always take a person to drill with over a ball machine because it's live, it's real. Like just because I get a ball over the net does not mean it's a good ball.
Yeah.
You know, so repetition is great, but it's got to be correct. Yeah. You know,
that's
no doubt.
Good stuff. So pillar number 1, we talked about the footwork, your movement. Pillar number 2, the technique. And number 3, it goes right in, slides right in there. And that's the strategy of the game, shot selection. So obviously footwork, technique, that combines with itself to be really consistent, really efficient on your shots. But knowing what shots to hit when and where to place the ball in what situations, where to attack, how to be in the right position to defend. There's so many things on positioning and strategy, where to hit the ball, that at our academy, this is why it's very, very important that we have a really good understanding of the layout of the court, where to be, and exactly what balls we're going for and why. Caden, obviously at the highest level that you play, strategy is the game. Right? Everyone has clean footwork. Everyone has really good technique. Now we're talking about where we place the ball, why, how to counter different opponents. Thoughts on strategy, Caden?
Yeah, strategy is a big part of it. I think, you know, if you've ever played a tournament before, it's probably a little bit harder to strategize beforehand. I think a lot of players go into tournaments and just have to kind of go off of, like, you know, maybe the first few points that they play or even the first game that they play. But, you know, when you're playing against the pros, obviously a lot of these guys have some tape out there. So watching someone play and kind of realizing where they're winning points and where they're losing points is really important. You know, if you're noticing that your opponent has really good hands, you know, maybe you don't want to attack them, or maybe you do want to attack them to see kind of the spots that don't work and maybe do work, you know? So I always, you know, I never mind if I'm down in a first game, because you know what? After that first game, I should be looking for a few things and have a few things that I can now go off of and use into the next game, right? And you see it all the time where maybe a team comes out and wins the first game, and then the other team comes right back the second game and wins it, and then third game's pretty close, right? Because now they've both realized, like, okay, hey, they're noticing this, they're noticing that. You know, making those adjustments in between games is crucial to, you know, being a good pickleball player.
Yeah. So strategy of the game, you know, you hear about shot selection, that word thrown around all the time, but it really is selecting your shots, the correct shots, the right shots, the shots that are going to bring you the most ROI, the highest percentage is really important. And that's why that is the third pillar of our teaching philosophy. Number 4, last but not least, and this is what I, you know, it clearly goes through footwork, pillar number 1, technique, pillar number 2, can't live without that. Pillar number 3, shot selection and strategy. But all those, encapsulating all of them, you could lose the game. You could totally throw that all out the window if you don't have pillar number 4, which is a strong mental game. So mindset, and also just the mental game. We could talk all day about this, but again, as important as all 3 pillars are, I'm sure either you or you've seen somebody totally collapse on a court. It doesn't matter what their skill is, or maybe, you know, they get tight in some moments, or even if you're playing if you've seen a 3-5 tournament, everyone's equal skilled. How do people come out on top? A lot of the times it's not the skills. A lot of the times it's the mental, and that's, again, something that we're going to be reinforcing and talking about in our adult programming, and especially our junior programming. But Caden, we have a limited amount of time today, but mental How important is that, and how is that overlooked?
You know what? At the end of the day, at the pro level, it honestly, it really comes down to the last two pillars that we've talked about. Who's got, a better strategy, and who's got, the mental toughness and grit to pull out matches, right? Like, it is so easy to have opportunities on your paddles and blow it and then just give it away from there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you see it all the time where, maybe a team that's considered an underdog is up 8-4 on a team that's been there before, and then next thing you know, they score a point to get to 9, and then they don't score another point after that. You know what I mean? And it can be as simple as 1 point, right? If you, even for 1 second, think, I've got this, or, oh my God, I'm terrible, it can all blow everything up. So I guess what I'm trying to say here is there are a lot of different types of personalities, in this world. And no matter what your personality is, you have to go onto the court in a serious situation, and you have to find kind of a more leveled down version of it, right? So I see people that are, either really hard on themselves and really down and negative, and you need to find a little bit more of a middle ground and, maybe be a little bit more positive. Yeah. And then you also see people that are just maybe a little bit too lackadaisical and who need to be a little bit more locked in and serious, right? Mm-hmm. So even if you're, maybe smiling and having fun, and that's great, but you have to have a little bit of a competitive edge in you that's going to be like, okay, hey, like, I'm here having fun, but also at the same time, like, I'm going to kill these people. You know what I mean? I'm going to go out there and I'm going to beat the crap out of them. So if you can, work on your mindset and work on your mental game, you could find yourself winning a lot more points. My dad used to have this really weird expression that really didn't make a whole lot of sense to me when I was younger, but now it makes a little bit more sense. But he used to say, don't let your opponents out of your pocket. And I would always be like, okay, cool. All right. But it makes perfect sense, right? Like when you show negative emotion towards your opponent, guess what they start to think? Oh, I've got this guy. And I've got this guy losing his crap over here.
They've got you in their pocket.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right. So, don't let your opponents out of your pocket. Keep them in your pocket, and keep yourself cool, calm, and collected.
Good stuff.
Still working on it. Still working on all of it.
Again, the mental game, even top pros today are constantly working on that. But that's something that's so important. And there are a whole bunch of different techniques. But through experience, through our coaching, and the players and the academy coaches on our team, we're super excited to dive into that as well. So that's that. Again, brionesacademy.com if you're interested.
Come on now.
In showing up to the grand opening. We have free stuff. We're giving away Pro 4s, everyone. Just come.
Guys.
All right.
Nobody else is giving away Pro 4s, okay? I'm going to ask Jordan to put my name in a few hats.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. Okay.
Dang it.
All right. So I just want to get into quickly the PPA.
Yep.
We had some major upsets here. Really, I'm just some notable winners here. Ben Johns, Gabe Tardio, they take it fairly easy in the championship match. That was kind of underwhelming, but great run by the 48-year-old Matt Wright and Jame. They actually ended up beating Hayden and Federico. Yeah, I couldn't think of that. Riley and Riley Newman, Jay.
They beat some good teams along the way too. They beat Tyler and Connor pretty handedly. I think it was like 3 and 5. So I mean that's a good dub for them. And then I mean it's cool to see Matt and Jaume. I mean that's one of the weirdest men's pairings I've ever seen in my life.
It is, but I watched their matches, bro. They were on it, man.
Yeah, they were. I will say in the final, I don't know what it is. It's almost like Matt has like this like respect for Ben that like he just like doesn't. Like they're joking around on the court, and I'm like, where's the Matt that like you normally would see? You know what I mean?
Well, you know what? I've heard it talked about before, but I think if Matt goes there, I think Ben plays better. I don't know, man.
Maybe. I mean,
But,
hey, they used to play together, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. For those of you who don't know, Matt Wright has been in this game a long time and used to partner up with Ben. So
yeah.
for those of you newbies.
That was before Colin.
Yeah. But again, women's doubles, shout out to the Annas. Again, they're still undefeated from, they haven't dropped a game all year.
Yeah.
They're going to be hard to beat. I don't know if Georgia and Tyra are ever going to, I don't know why they're not playing consistently, but the other ladies here, shout out to Rachel, Paris, Georgia, and Tyra. It's like they're swapping around and trying different
Rachel was
things.
playing with Catherine, right?
Oh, who did Catherine play with in this tournament?
Catherine played with the Kawamoto.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because of MLP. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so anyways, the Annas are tough. They are tough. They got it done pretty handily. And we're just going to keep a watch on them. Again, surprise, surprise, we got Anna Lee and Ben Johns for gold again.
Oh, my God. Are you serious?
I think this was a closer, it was definitely a hard-fought match by the Johnsons.
Yeah.
And I got to rewatch, or I got to watch that. I would love to study that game. And then Anna Bright and Andre Diascu for bronze.
Yep.
There you go.
One thing I will say about Anna is since the day I've met her, she has consistently gotten better.
Which Anna?
Anna Bright.
Okay.
Anna Bright. But I mean, same with Anna Lee, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I watched a Dream Breaker. It was right when it was the first MLP that Ben had gotten traded to the Mad Drops. So obviously, like, the Mad Drops were like, everyone was like, oh my God, like the Mad Drops might be the new team to beat, right? Dream Breaker. I watched Anna Lee, I think, win every single point of her singles Dream Breaker.
Yeah.
She's ridiculous, dude.
Right.
I think the Mad Drops were up like 2 or 3 points in the Dream Breaker, and she won every single one to give them like a match point. And they ended up winning it because of her.
Yeah.
I mean, she's filthy.
Yep.
Anna Lee Waters, first ever mixed partner. That's my girl right there.
There you go. And then women's side, shout out to Paris Todd, I guess, pulling out. Oh, we got 3 Americans here. A lot of American flags here, I guess. we need more. We need more out of.
I need to change mine to China.
Oh yeah, maybe. But Paris Todd with gold, Caitlin Christian, and then Brooke Buckner with bronze.
Yeah.
The single side though, you don't want to breeze over that because this is where we had probably the most upsets of the tournament. I mean, we had them top seeds dropping like flies. Federico, Ben Johns.
Yeah.
And again, Christian Alshon, shout out to you for the bronze. But the final was your boy Johnny G.
Mm-hmm.
And
actually, my boy's Gabe Joseph, man. I was.
Is that your boy?
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
I've known Gabe Joseph for a while now. And it's I've known how good of a singles player he has been for years. He's definitely a little bit hit or miss sometimes, but God, man, when Gabe Joseph is hot, he's a tough guy to beat. I think the only time I've ever played him, the first game, it was like 11-9, and I was like, oh yeah, dude, I got this guy. Came out ripping.
Yeah.
Came out ripping the second game. I lost like 1 in 2 seconds.
Yeah, Gabe Joseph, shout out to you for getting silver, but he's been in the game a long time, and he doesn't play all the tournaments, so a lot of people don't know about him, but as a singles player,
very much a singles guy, like
one of the top.
Good doubles player, but like his singles level is way higher than his doubles game, and I think it's just because he practices more singles. But
yeah, and Johnny G, we
guy who won gold doesn't even have a photo, guys.
He doesn't even have a photo.
Doesn't even have a photo.
I do want to mention a couple of things about him. He's 17 years old.
He's a Wii character, guys.
Yeah,
he's a Bitmoji.
He's tall. I'll tell you that. He's lanky. Yeah. And at least in the singles, he has all the shots.
Yeah.
So
Slender Man type build.
Slender Man. And what I was most impressed with was obviously we talked about the 3 pillars. His footwork is great. Yeah. Obviously technique. We talk about strategy. Yeah. But the mental game. I mean, to be able to go through the tournament and really just calm your nerves and play your best is man, kudos to him. He joins a very small crowd of teenagers to win a PPA medal.
Yeah, I think it's Anna Lee, Georgia, J-Dub, Dylan and
Hayden.
And
Kwang
Kwang. Yeah.
So short list there, but I'm excited to see his progress. And one of the things, shout out to the Dink podcast and Zane Navratil over there, but he was interviewing him, and they talked about he was talking about how he's a really good chess player, so that helps him. And then they were talking about his training, and dude, I don't know if you heard this part, but believe it or not, I mean, he like kind of rarely trained singles. That's the crazy thing.
Well,
you know,
a lot of people don't know about John is last year at like some kind of random tournament, he beat Ben in singles.
Yeah.
And he made a good run after that, but I think he got knocked out in like the quarters. But it's funny because, you know, like he's got a little bit longer of a name, but like on the score sheet, it literally just says John LG. And you're just oh, like John L. Who's John LG? Okay, well, he just beat Ben. Yeah. And obviously, like now he's signed and whatnot, and he's coming out and winning gold at Bristol. Like, it's crazy how someone can not train singles as much as, you know, you would think and still be that good. So
yeah, and even the players that he's playing with in Saratoga or whatever he's talking about, like they're not like top names. He's not even training with top players yet, which is scary.
Maybe we got to get him out here in Arizona.
Hey, Johnny G, if you want to come to AZ, we got a good crowd here. We got a good crowd.
Got a good little crew.
Okay.
Good little crew.
But yeah, man, I know Caden's got to hop on a flight. You're actually going to
MLP San Diego, baby, for the playoffs. I will be an on-site alternate this weekend. So if any team comes calling, you know, I'll be on the court, which will be cool. I'm hoping I can get a chance. If not, you know, I'm there to have a good time. Obviously, you know, my sister lives out there, so I'm actually going to be staying with her.
Nice.
And for those of you that don't know, my sister has recently gotten into pickleball. So that's even more exciting for me. And of course, you know, she calls me last night and is like, hey, do you have anything to give me? And I'm like, is that all I am now? I'm just your pickleball donator. You know, I've already given her a pickleball bag and paddles and everything like that. It's never good enough. But yeah, she's loving pickleball. She's using the Scorpius.
Okay.
Using the Colin John Scorpius.
Little Scorps, huh?
Yeah, I'm trying to work on getting her a Pro 4 right now, but it's a little tough because I don't use that shape, so we'll see. But yeah, going to MLP San Diego this week. Obviously not wishing for anybody to get injured, but would love a chance to play for a team. It does kind of suck that, you know, I'm doing it a little bit later because now there are not as many teams there. It's just the 8 playoff teams.
Oh.
Yep, so that being said, you know, I would assume that a lot of these teams are bringing out their subs just in case. So who knows? And then I also know if you do use an on-site alternate, I believe you start down 1-0 in every single match.
So just really quick. So with the MLP, so each team has a sub. Mm-hmm. And if someone gets hurt on their team, they could pick between the sub or the alternate.
Well,
like how does it work?
Typically, they will always pick their sub. But sometimes they don't bring their subs because it costs them money to pay for the subs, right? Okay. So, excuse me. If their sub is out there, they will probably pick their sub over the alternate.
Okay.
But any event, like if you do pick an on-site alternate, whatever event he's playing, right, which he's going to have to play a mixed match and a men's match, or let's say it's a woman, she's playing a mixed match and a women's match. Both those matches, they start down 1-0.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So preferably for teams, especially in the playoffs, I would assume that a lot of teams are going to be bringing out their subs.
Got it. So
just in case.
Realistically, is it for like when multiple, like if something
there's multiple injuries, right? Like some teams like are at the point where they're already using a sub.
Oh.
And if something were to happen to their player that's already their sub, then they would use an on-site alternate. So like I know like Rafa Hewitt and AJ Kohler, like they haven't been on teams this year, but they've been on-site alternates for a good amount of events, and they've actually gotten a good amount of playing time for some teams. Like I know Rafa or AJ Kohler has been like pretty much on the team for the Brooklyn team for a little bit, and then Rafa played for like Brooklyn. He played for the Mad Drops. He played for a few challenger teams. Like he's, you know, getting passed around like a blunt, you know?
Okay. Well.
But yeah. So hopefully I get to play, and, you know, if not, I'll enjoy the nice San Diego weather. And then at the end of the month, I have PPA Vegas with Craig Johnson and Jelena Ingram. So I'm excited for that. Get to play with 2 AZ players. That's kind of the dream. Yeah, I'm hyped.
Awesome. Well, we'll be watching MLP. Is Augie's team out there?
Augie's team will be out there.
Oh,
he's already out there. He left Monday.
Yeah, I got you.
So I've had the apartment to myself for the last month.
Nice.
But yeah, he's out there already. He's been grinding it up, and I get in later today. My sister's picking me up, and I'll have some goodies for her when I get there.
San Diego, man, the weather's probably nice out there. Hey, get some carne asada fries out there.
Dude,
have you ever had those out there?
Not
They've like, that's like what they're known for. One of the things.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
just
sure.
Mexican food in general, man.
Yeah,
like that's
dude.
so good out there, man. But anything seafood related, like that's all I want. I want good sushi this week. Maybe some good fish tacos.
Oh my goodness.
Woo!
All right.
My mouth's watering just thinking about
haven't
it.
been in San Diego in a minute, but everyone, thank you so much for watching this podcast. We're here trying to get it done for you. We have our grand opening on August 30th. Go check it out, BrionesAcademy.com. Wishing Caden luck. We'll see what happens in MLP. And shout out to Dallas Flash and Augie. Hopefully they can keep running.
I know. Hopefully I get to play against them.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. All
That'd be
right.
cool.
But everyone, thank you so much. Caden, close us out.
All right, everybody. You guys have a great rest of your day.